car builder. Today's video ain't really like a learning video, but you could also learn something in this video today. But I'm talking about my new engine build right now because I decided to build an engine from my 4-valve and my 2-valve. So hey, remember the link in the area to take the engine out of that. Come to find out the engine isn't really, they needed timing on the whole bottom end or something. It's something like that. Like three rods, or no, it's 3 bearings. You need 3 bearings and stuff on my 2-valve. The one I took on my Mustang, I thought I need like two or 1 bearing. Something, yeah, just need like 2 or 1 bearing. So I said, why don't I just, take apart every engine that's over there, take the pistons out and all that, and put the forged pistons inside 2 valves, and put the bearings on, from the 2 valve, and put them on the forged pistons, and switch it up, and to the point where none of my bearings are shaky, so my engine's basically bolted down properly, no shaking bearings, everything should be straight. So I said, well, I don't see like a 2-valve, 4-valve build, meaning that 2-valve motor with 4-valve heads. So I said, I'm gonna put the 4-valve heads on this 2-valve and see what it does, see what type of power it makes. Should I recommend it to you guys? The advantages, the difference between this and a regular 2-valve. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I see all that, so I changed out the pistons. Now I just got the forged pistons inside it. Stock bottom end from the 2-valve. So just the forged pistons. I got changed and I'm just gonna put the 4-valve heads on. 4-valve heads fit, but it's not really a problem. But I read up on modern Mustang form that I might have to change the timing chains put the 4-valve time chains on. But when I put the heads on, I tested to see if the time chain could fit. So the time chain almost fits, but it's just like a little short. I think I might need some slack. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be tightened, but I'll figure that out. But the thing is with the timing chain, like possibly 2-valve timing chain. But one thing I also learned with trying to attempt and going forward with this build is that I realized that the 2-valve heads are lighter than the 4-valve heads, because the 4-valve heads are heavier. So when I was also doing research on this before I even decided to say, go full in on it, the 4-valve block is aluminum and the heads are heavier. So with that formula, you basically have a lighter block and heavier heads, means that you probably get more power from the top end. So I also seen on YouTube that building motors is just like a combination. So I said, how about this combination? Heavy block, heavy heads. Probably more torque, less power, but hey, it's still worth a try because I'm going to be showing you what happens when you do that. So we're going to see if we get more power, less torque, less power, more torque, which I think is most likely going to happen with this build here. But it's like everything, the bottom end has already been put on. But when I was trying to build this block, this thing has accumulated a lot of dust and little dirt particles. So when this when everything comes back up together, I'll just like put probably oil, like oil that came out of car, and just put it in, swish it around, and just drain it out, and then put new oil inside it. It's like then this is a Mustang engine, so it wouldn't be really hard to start. So I'm not really worried about that. But the biggest part, the first biggest part has already been done. So now we're getting into the second part, which is fitting the heads on, Cause I actually need to get new head gaskets, 2 sets of head gaskets. I really don't wanna do that, but I'll probably just get like the 2 sets of head gaskets, and I'll put the heads on and see what happens. Cause I wouldn't want to go with the old ones and something else happen and mess the whole bottom end up. But then I also had another combination, whereas you see it on YouTube, and it's very common. It's the what's it called? It's like a 2-valve motor with the PI heads, and they say it's a very good combination with the NPI motor. With the NPI heads, this is the NPI motor, non-performance improved, from 1996 to 98. And the thing is with that, from 96 to 98, that's the S95s with the NPI. With the PI version of this motor, it comes from 99 to 2004. So with the low bottom end, you get the different compression from the PI. And they say this compression is better than the PI with the PI heads, and you get more power, slightly more power. So I know where to get the PI heads from. I say and put on this motor, and I just have a whole intake and throttle body and all that. But I'm still gonna fall on this 4-valve swap and do that just like that and make it happen. But this is where I'm at, like I said. But then also with this, I probably plan to find the next Mustang body that's running, probably like automatic or even a manual, and just swap everything out, because I have a whole new clutch inside my Mustang in the trunk, whole new clutch disc, pressure plate, all that, and probably just use this flywheel. But it's an 8-bolt flywheel look like. So I had to find a 6, but it has 6, but it looks like an 8. It's bigger than the 6. So, but forged piston, I was thinking about porting the throttle body, but the problem is with that is that it looks like only time you get the power is when you punch it on the gas, and I don't want that, because they said the car will sound like crap if you have it ported and you're driving like at cruising speed. So to me, part and polish is like for when you want to haul down. And the thing with hauling down is, where I live here in the Bahamas, you don't have that much roads to say you could haul ass at 60, 70, 80 miles per hour. No, you only got like a handful of roads you could actually say you could go on and do that. So I wouldn't recommend trying to port and polish. But if you live like in other places where you could do 60, 70, 80 miles without getting locked up, you can do that. But you gotta do that at every time. So that's what I think. But yeah, this is gonna be spectacular, and y'all are gonna be here every step of the way, from start to finish. And y'all gonna see that this is not, you're gonna see exactly how much power it's gonna make. You're gonna see the torque numbers. But you know, so far I'm saying this, but I don't even have a dyno. But hey, we could possibly tell from different other ways. So that's what I'm saying. You'll find out the difference between the 2-valve, the regular 2-valve, the 4-valve, and you know, the next 2-valve. Cause I have a 2-valve. I know people with other 2-valves. I even know a person who got the 4-valve swap, you know, from a Mercury Marauder, and that's a very awesome build. But yeah, but that's how I'm basically gonna gauge it, to see the difference, and more power, probably race it, blow it up. Not saying it's gonna blow up, but I'm saying after a while, blow it up, doing crap, you know. I'll possibly even say throw a turbo on it, cause this block right here could take a turbo. That aluminum block cannot take heat. That's why I also learned that's why Mustang or Ford, SVT and Roush and all them, when they had this aluminum block, they never really, they stuck with a supercharger because the turbocharged, if it was turbocharged, that cannot take heat. This right here could take heat. Like I said, this could take heat because it's heavier, more durable, possibly. So that's why I'd probably go turbo on this. But I gotta find a sensible turbo. So, but you know, I got a PI. I know people with a PI motor like that. That's inside my Mustang, but they got a new Edge. I know someone who have 5.4 swapped Mustang. That's badass. That's like low in torque. I know someone who have another new Edge Mustang with the 4-valve swapped, and he's a big time YouTuber. So yeah, I mean, hey, this right here is gonna be amazing. So guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that post notification button for when I post weekly. And guys, make sure you put your guests in for the surprise. The surprise is still coming up. It's gonna be big. I told you, like I said, it's 2 surprises, but I found that no one guessed what the surprises were, but they're gonna be, one is gonna be like a weekly type of thing. Well, let me just stop saying it. I'm just gonna tell you what the first one is. Well, the first one is that I'm gonna start working on bikes and stuff, you know, riding from my house to other places, stuff like that, you know, just motor vlogs, you know, and y'all gonna be there. Then, you know, but the surprise is y'all gotta guess which bike. It's a 4-wheeler, but it's like it's a 4-wheeler, but you know, I'm not gonna say which type of 4-wheeler it is, but it's a 4-wheeler and it's fucking fast. So, like I was saying, it's a 4-wheeler and it's fast, and it's like, I wouldn't say it's my prized possession, but like I love it so much. So yeah. But then my brother, me and my brother both are gonna be riding throughout the Bahamas, you know, throughout Freeport, Grand Bahama. You know, if you see us, just honk, hi, you know, show some support. You know, we riding to Freeport, not another thing though. So, yeah, guys. But after this engine build and it comes out amazing, I'm thinking about making 1 or 2 more of these. Then I'm thinking about doing a fully overhaul of an engine, you know, polish, board out, stroke it, everything, go crazy on it, and build something crazy enough to it as, you know, a race car crazy, you know, like a crazy race car. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm still trying to figure out would it be like a 6-valve, 2-valve, or 4-valve, because it got the heads off a 4-valve and it got a 2-valve block, and I have a wire harness for a 4-valve. So if I go with this 4-valve heads, I would have to possibly go with a 4-valve wire harness, or just go with a regular 2-valve wire harness. Stick with a regular 2-valve wire harness and just place the fuel rail off a 2-valve on. Just place the fuel rail off a 2-valve on the intake and just change the Cobra intake. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. So that's what I might just do, because I have a next 2 valve fuel rig. So if I take that off and put that on, I should be alright. Then I have a Mustang throttle body, so I'm just gonna probably just swap the throttle bodies and call it that. But then with the coils, I just have to use regular coils. I just can't put the coil covers on. So that's what I'm working out now. But this right here, it should be alright. I read on modded Mustang forums that I might have to use the aviator timing chain cover kit, the timing chain cover, and leave it on 2 valves. But I could possibly, from my measurements, I could probably use a regular 2 valve timing kit. And they say I might have to use the timing chain off the 4 valve, but it look like it can fit me, so I'm not sure. It shouldn't be such a big problem, because I could probably get it fit. Just do it like a normal bicycle chain, like, you know. So then over the period of 2 days, I accumulated quite a bit of dirt, a little bit of dirt and dust inside here. It ain't like no big particles, it's just like little dirt particles. So I'm just gonna like probably use like some used motor oil and just put it inside here, move the engine left to right a couple times, flip it up and just let it sit. Then just drain all the oil out, cause just to get all the flakings out, then I add new oil, so it wouldn't be no problem. Yeah. Then I gotta put the head gaskets back on to see if all the stuff fit. And if it does, we're in business. So guys, I appreciate y'all being here, like, for this whole channel, and I pray that we have more to come. So, you know.